Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is the American Music Fan. Today I would like to talk about this, right here, the Beatles live at the BBC, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 2 is actually called On Air Live at the BBC, excuse me. But basically, this is a remaster, another remaster. The Beatles have been very active again lately here in the late part of 2013 and the early part of 2014. While I'm making this video, that's what time frame it is, really. This came out late 2013. I don't think that volume. I don't think these were available on CD. I think there was just a general live at the BBC, but I don't think Volume 1 and 2 were exactly how it was done. Sorry for not knowing much about the releases of those, but I just don't. So, here we go. Here's the packaging. Pretty, okay. Just an outer box. Now these CDs come in the great digipack style that we've been accustomed to from the Beatles CDs in the '09 remasters. And I mean, look at all the stuff that is on this. I mean, look at that. They're not short CDs, but these are both doubles. So that means 2 CDs each. Now, the Live at the BBC, let me just explain what it is, really. So, the Live at the BBC is kind of like an in-studio radio program that the Beatles did. And by on-air studio program, I mean, if you're ever listening to the radio, and nowadays they'd probably say something like, and this Sunday we have Jake Bugg in studio, or something like that. That's kind of what it is. There's not really an audience per se. It's just them in the studio taking requests to play songs. And it's awesome. Both these are very entertaining. Myself, actually, let's go through the rest of the packaging first before I get into the opinions. So here's Volume 1. Again, like I said, it has that same kind of digipack as the '09 Masters do. It has another one of these little inserts about the remasters and the Love Show. It comes with a very nice book here. I'm just going to do my usual American Music Fan sort of sloppy flip through of this book. It goes through the track lists. A lot of the songs they play on Volume 1 especially are covers, so they have to give the credit. And there's some neat pictures in here, like, let me just find one. There's Paul McCartney picking at his nose. I don't think he's digging in his nostril or anything, but there he is, with the Hofner. His old, I believe that would be in 1961. They now call it the Cavern model of Hofner. I'm a big Hofner guy myself. I wonder who inspired me to become a Hofner guy. But anyway, yeah, double album. They sort of stick in here like this, and they have the Apple. They have the Apple logo. That's disc 2 because it has the core, and then disc 1 has the front of the apple, the green part. So that's Volume 1. It has a lot of covers. And on these discs, they tend to have there's like a little bit of there's like a song interview segment where they talk a little bit, and it's a very entertaining. Both these are very entertaining all the way through. I mean, the Beatles are pretty witty guys, so, they make it fun when you're listening to them talk, too. This features mostly, Volume 1 features, Please Please Me songs from that album and covers, mostly. Disc 2 features some stuff from, let's see, there's some stuff from, say, With the Beatles, and a little bit from Hard Days and Night, and a little bit from Hard Days and Night, and a little bit from Beatles for Sale on here, just early before they recorded the albums. Volume 1's pretty good. Now, I prefer Volume 2 to Volume 1. I just think the track listing's a lot better, and it's just more entertaining all the way through. It's the same pictures, but I think these ones are in color, and the other ones are not. They are again. And the book here, the back of the book's kind of cool looking. Front of the book, another little insert here. And then, just again, same thing. There's Paul with his Hofner. I'm a Paul guy. Track list, sloppy flip through of the book. And I really like these. The live at the BBC stuff actually kind of inspired me to get back into listening to my Beatles albums, or CDs or whatever. There's a nice picture of them there. But because I hadn't really been listening to them lately, because I got the Dylan box set and the Simon box set and Simon and Garfunkel box set, so I was kind of occupied with those. But when I got these, it sort of came into some money recently. It sort of re-interested me in the Beatles. So yeah, pretty cool. Love them. But yeah. Anyway, Volume 2 mostly features... It does still feature some stuff from Please Please Me and With the Beatles, but it features a little bit more heavily on the stuff from Hard Day's Night and Beatles for Sale. This one, they actually give some cool little things. I think they're called, like, pop profiles or something. And it's just like a one-on-one interview with each of the 4 Beatles. There's 2 on... I think, yeah... John and George are interviewed on disc 1, and then Paul and Ringo are on disc 2. And they're pretty cool. I mean, just kind of an overview of their early life. Don't really need it, but whatever. It's cool to have. And then this one's still very entertaining. They do some awesome songs. Very good track list on Volume 2. I prefer Volume 2. But anyway, that's about all I have to say about that. That's the Beatles live at the BBC. Pick it up. If you had to get one or the other, in my opinion, you should get Volume 2, but Volume 1's also very good. If you can come across the collection, I struggle a little bit finding the collection, but if you can find it, I'd say get the collection because they're both pretty good. But yeah, that's about all I have to say about that. So next video I'll probably be doing either a Pink Floyd review or a Bob Dylan review. I'm not quite sure, still making up my mind. But yeah, anyway, see you when I do one of those 2 reviews.